And new tonight, we are learning how Erie County leaders could be planning to spend the money that will be spent from the latest stimulus package.
Yeah, the last time the county was funded, nearly half the money went towards small businesses and nonprofits. So what, if anything, will be changing maybe this time around? Our Isaac Petcash has been getting answers for us, and tonight he's joining us here live in the studio. Isaac, you talked with the Erie County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper firsthand. Does the county plan on using maybe the money in the same way they did before, or have they changed things?
Mike and Eva, it's looking like the priorities might change a little bit, but of course that helps when you have twice the money you got the first time. Let's take a look the first time these grants came around. Erie County, $24.3 million. We've told you about that at length. The poor city got nothing. That's changed this time around. Take a look at this. This is the money coming right now from the newest stimulus package. $52.5, almost $53 million for the county and $80 for the city. Now, we don't quite know the plans of what the city is going to do with their money, but County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper seemed adamant that plans are already in works and possibly in motion to get some of that funding out, and it's in ways you might not think. Take a look.
So I'm curious, because we are expecting that money to come to the county, that 53, maybe 80 in the city. What do those plans look like with that funding?
Well, we don't have those plans all figured out yet, but we have to figure those out. And a lot of it's going to be, how do we help our businesses that have continued to struggle through this be stronger in the end? That's got to be a big piece of this. But there's opportunity for some infrastructure programs through this. And so we know that there's a lot of needs there. That's why we have to have the collective community conversation. I will be pulling together a lot of our leaders from all of those segments and saying, let's continue to communicate. Let's make sure we're working collectively together. Is there a way for our Transportation Authority, EMTA, to work collectively with our municipalities on some things, you know, transportation-wise? Is there a way for us to work on health equities, which is a big issue that has come forward, and work with the city, the neighborhood centers, as well as some of the other health centers on the more rural areas, so that in the end of the day we can say the pandemic was the moment where we started reversing the health inequities that have plagued us for decades. That was the moment where things really changed, and we invested and we changed that trajectory for so many people in our community.
So a lot of it's going to be going towards potentially maybe those projects, that investment with projects that you couldn't do before.
That's right. And we still have to put some of that money to the pandemic. We know the pandemic's not over, so there will be money still put to that. But the plans haven't been made yet for this funding. It's brand new, and it takes a little while. And the good thing is, with this money, we don't have a 5 or 6 month deadline. We actually have until 2024. We're going to be able to have longer range plans. We're going to actually be able to have much more thought and collaboration put into this so that we can really make the difference in this community with that money.
So how much of the money going towards longer range plans? How much money staying right here in the next few months that will be spent? We don't know. The county executive didn't disclose that. But if you remember in that package, the big thing that she was talking about, County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper, was that the county now has more time. They only had 5 months to spend this $24.3 million. They have nearly 2.5 years to spend $52.9. So the question will be, as we move through these next couple of months, how much money will be spent for this pandemic and how much will be reserved for future projects that the county is working on. At the Storyteller tonight, Isaac Petcash, Erie News Now.